Hello, this is Dimitri with Ukids LLC, Ugears US and ukidstoys.com. Today we're going to be assembling Split Rock Lighthouse by Ugears. It's a 295 pieces. Um, let's see, it says 14 plus, medium level, probably about 3 hours for assembly, but we'll see how long it's going to take us. This is a simpler model. There is not that many mechanical components on there. It is one of the first ones that includes electric components. So we have Lighthouse of Alexandria, we have the Split Rock Lighthouse, and also V8 engine. They all include, those are the new models that include electrical components. Batteries are not provided, or power source. So you'll need a cable or batteries. Well, for the V8, it's a cable for sure, and lighthouses, you'll need either a cable or a batteries. So let's start by opening up the product. It is more style boxes, so I'm just gonna split it open. Get all the parts out, everything that is in there. And let's go over what's included. All right, so the box can go on the side. We have, let's see, 4.5 panels that we're going to be assembling with. We have, obviously, assembly instructions. We do have the electrical components. That's one of the envelopes. And so electrical components, we have a battery pack. We have a light. And we have a switch and I guess slash controller slash clamps. So everything is in here that we need. This is an empty bag. I'm not throwing anything out until I'm completely done with the assembly. Let's see, and in another bag we have obviously a little piece of wax, which is always helpful to assemble the components, and we do have a piece of sandpaper. Well, as before, instead of sandpaper, I usually use the precision file. This one's been used and abused, so I probably should get a new one. But sandpaper always comes handy. So electrical components, and then obviously a instructions, assembly instructions. As always, the first page just says carefully remove the parts. Do not burn the candle. Obviously, new sign that I see, not intended for kids under 3. And then third page, we got, it was second page. Third page, we have the symbols that we see inside the assembly instructions. First one is exclamation point. That means that you need to make sure that you insert the part correctly and pay attention specifically to that instruction or that assembly step. Second one is the sandpaper. That means you need to sand the parts. Third one, this is a symbol for candle wax. So you got a gear candle, tea light candle, kind of similar to this one, but if I run out of these one, that's I resort to this. They're pretty inexpensive and easy to use. And obviously, if you see some mechanical 2 gears with 2 arrows, that means it's a mechanical component. You need to make sure that it's operational before continuing the assembly. Middle of the page shows you all these extra spare parts that are available on the sheets, on the boards. So instead of, like, if you break that part, it's probably like something small and or fragile. If you break that part, you can look at the boards, find it. I mean, look here first for the number and then look at the boards to find it. Also, there is a helping tool on board number 5. I guess that little one, bottom right, that's a helping tool. So that one you can use to push the parts out, to snap the parts together if they're smaller ones, and to, in some cases, to hold smaller parts with this little cutout in the back. Now we need actually page number 4. We need to verify to make sure that the light is operational, and the connection is correct. And let's see, so just before the assembly, before you start putting everything together, so we need the battery pack connected to the little clamps. So the way you connect it is you press on a little button here, and then insert the wire, and then let it go, and it's gonna hold the wire. So the black one's gonna go first, and the hole, if the hole's facing to the left, the black one from the battery pack is gonna go into the very first hole from you. Insert it, let it go. The red one is next. Insert it, let it go. And then we need to connect the lights on the other side. So then the other connector, and also the red one's on the inside, black one's on the outside. So the red is on to make sure that the connection points are the same. There you. And now we need to check to make sure that the light is operational. And give me a second to get the batteries. All right, and these are regular double A's. So make sure you insert them correctly. It shows on the back of the battery pack the way they're supposed to go, where the minus and plus. And in our case, the switch is already on. So, and you can see the light is working. So that's end of the check to make sure that everything is operational. You don't need to replace, because once you put it in assembly, it's probably going to be hard to take out. And now we're moving to page number 7 of the instruction booklet to start the assembly. Step number 1 in the top left corner. We need part number 1 and part number 2s. So they're all on board number 1. Part number 1 right at the center, that huge large part that is there. Pull it out, push it out, and then push the internal pieces out and put them on the side, because you're going to need them later, obviously. That's part number 1. And then part number 2 will be top left corner. No, that's top right corner for part number 2. That's the longer pieces. And let's see. So these two is going to go into the holes right here on the center of the hexagon. With the flat portion towards you, with the little tabs away from you. So just make sure, and that's the only way you can insert it because of the different size tabs that we have. And this one is going to go through a little bit with the part sticking out, so I'm going to have to hold it in the air. So just like this. And then step number 2, we need parts number 3. So parts number 3 in the top left corner. Little music on the background there. So with part number 3, there is no directionality. They're symmetrical, so they're gonna go crisscross from part number 2. Make sure that you adjust a little bit part number 2 to fit number 3, so it slides right into. Step number 3, we need parts number 4, 5, 6, and 7. Let's see, 6 I see at the top left corner here. Part 6, 4, and 5 were within this little parts that we take out, and 7 is there too, actually. So 4, 5, and 7. Alrighty, and then let's see, so 4 and 5 with the tabs towards the top, the little tab, the thinner tab, thicker tab towards the bottom. Part number 6 goes on the bottom with the taper towards the bottom, so that's going to be tapered away from the center, or actually tapered towards the center, right? So it's a little trapezoid here, so you got these sides. The longer base is going to be on the bottom. I guess that's the way to explain it. And let's see, so we have a shorter piece and a longer piece. And let's see, that should have been the other direction. Longer piece should be on the right. So you have 2 tabs, one is closer, or 2 holes, one is closer to the edge, one is further away. So the one that's further away should be on the right hand side. And make sure you insert the part number 7 the same in same orientation. And so you got these are a little bit further away, and in step number 4 they're gonna go into that bottom right of the hexagon. With the thicker tabs, just like this. Step number 5, once again, parts number 4, 5, 6, and 7. 4, 5, 5 is on the left, 7. I'm not sure what the difference is, so this one's going to be the opposite. I'm going to insert this one right away so we don't screw up a little bit later. And then part number 6 again, top left corner of board number 1. The longer side is on the left now, and that one's going to go on the opposite, actually the top right side, with parts 6 and 7 facing outward. Let's see, and then step number 7, we need 4, 5, 8, 9. So 5's on the left, 4's on the right, and we're gonna need to make 2 of those. And then we need parts number 8 and 9. 8 and 9 is going to be on the left hand side here. 9 is going to be above this center point or middle of the board, and then number 8 is below. So in similar as with the assembly of the other one, there is no directionality right now, so we're good on that. With the thinner tab towards the top, we put a part number 8 on the bottom and 9 at the top tabs, and we need to make 2 of these. And these gonna go on the opposite ends from the ones that we installed, on the edges, top left and bottom left. Moving on to page number 8. Parts number 8 and 9 is gonna go on the ends, on 3 open ends there. So we got 3 9s and 3 trapezoids 8s. There's 1 extra of each one as a spare component. So 8's gonna go on the bottom. A little loose here. And then 9's on the top. All around. All right, that's a base. Then step number 10, we lock it up with part number 10. 10 is on the bottom of board number 1. Take out that larger piece. And then we just, let's see, so there's 2 little openings, cutouts. They should be towards that little square piece. So, and then we just need to match all these little tabs all around. and snap it together. And as you go around, just snap it. And line up the tabs. And I think that's the first one because it is, I need to fix the very first one where the part number 5 should be on the left. And part number 4 on the right. Because you got the thinner tab and the thicker tab. So I have them separated. I mean, I have them in the wrong location. So 4 is on the right and the 5 is on the left. The 5's got a little tab. There was exclamation point. I thought it was just for the tab. That is a thinner one on the top, thicker one on the bottom. That is a good thing we're only in the beginning and it's fairly easy fix. There you go. Now everything is in place. So I did, all the other ones are correct. So 4 and 5 are good. And this one just needed a little fixing. So, but we're all good now. Now we turn it upside down and we take our battery pack and it goes with the wires towards the bottom there. It needs to go into inside there and the wires through there. So we need to disconnect it. Same way, just push on the little connector points, then feed the wires through and insert the battery pack right at that opening. As far as it can go. And then we lock it up with port number 11, which is on board number 2, top right. Once again, internal parts we're just going to take out and put them on the side and then lock it up. All around. Then make sure the wires are coming through this little opening. All right, so that completes our assembly on page number 8. Moving on to the page number 9. Flip it back right side up, correct side up, and then parts number 12. It's one of the pieces that we took out from part number 10, and we need to go all around and put it into the corresponding holes. So the way it goes in, there is a kind of like a little angled piece, 2 tabs, and there's one tab on the bottom, on the base. So that tab needs to go into, we're gonna start from the hole here, and the little angle tabs gonna face away from the center of the circle. And so, and then we go in the first one, skip one into the second. I'm starting with the top left corner, then with third, skip one, I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Next one, same thing, skip one. Skip one. Skip one. And the last one, I'm gonna go into the skip one. So there should be one hole in between every single one, all around. Step number 2, we need parts number 13. That's the other piece that we took out. So this one's got a thinner tab, and that one's gonna go into the other holes. So that thin tab should be towards the top. Excuse me. And then it's gonna go into all the other holes that are open with the tab that is at the base. And so same thing all around. Then there's one spare on that board, so if you have extra left, no worries, it's just a spare part, spare piece. That one goes all around. We're gonna put the spares on the side just in case if we're gonna need it a little bit later. And now we need parts number 15, which is on the bottom right of board number 1. We need it all around, almost all around the base there. So with the base towards the bottom, we just snap it on, let's see, and 2 parts that are towards you. Okay, so then every single one goes, right? So it's on every single pair. And make sure you seat them completely. Onto the base. Onto the tabs, sorry. We're gonna go all around onto every single one. Just line them up, align them, and make sure it snaps all the way in. And then the next step, number 4, we put part number 16, which is on board number 2, at the bottom right here. Take out the centerpiece, and then we're gonna put it at the top. Let's see, with also these little 2 openings towards the square piece. So just need to line the holes. And slowly and carefully snap it all around. Okay, did we miss one? We missed one. Part number 15. Well, it should have been 2 14ths. Yeah, I screwed up. So there's 2 14ths. And that was one spare part number 15, so we don't need it. Second screw up of the build. I'm gonna take part number 15, which was a spare. To number 14 is gonna go the ones, 2 sets that are closer to the square piece. Not sure, and then, oh yeah, because it's longer, with the longer piece towards the opening here. That's what it was. So there's once again a hole closer. So the closer hole is going to go towards the outside, and then the longer side is going to go towards the square piece here on both sides. And lock it back in. And then we need to build step number 5. Now let me check, make sure that we're still recording. You're still good. Step number 5, we need to build 3 of these little sub-assemblies. Let's see, we need part number 17. 3 of them, they're on board number 1, right? No, they're not. They're on board number 2, top left. So 3 17s. 18s, we need 6. And part number 18, they were within one of the parts. So we'll just have it sitting outside. They're a little bit smaller parts, so you can use the helping tool to get these out. 4, 5, 6. Then we need part number 19. They're also were on one of the parts, and we need only 3 of those. And then part number 20. 20 is on board number 1, bottom left. So there's also a bunch of them. We need 3 for now for this assembly. And let's see, so part number 17 with a thinner tab on the left hand side, the one that is not split. 2 18s is going to go into this opening, 2 openings here from the bottom. And then they're going to go with the little split tab into the opening. Then part number 19 is going to go with the little step towards the window, also from the back. And then part number 20 is going to go right over there onto the part number 19, and then onto a little bit onto 18, so the window looks like it's a little sticking out. So, and then I made a mistake as far as the way the window goes in, because you got a little bit of a design there. So you got little lines, so make sure they're visible and they're facing towards you. So just like this, so there's a little bit of a step. So we'll just repeat this 3 times. Don't forget that little thin tab is towards the left hand side, and you insert it from the back. Then part number 19 with the taller tab towards the window, inside the window, right here. And then 20 is going to go over. So the way I'm inserting it, I'm going to put it on number 19 first, and then snap it on number 18. All right, 3. And then moving on to the page number 10, these 3 along with part number 22 gonna get installed onto the part here. All right, so these gonna go with this little tab towards the left hand side. We're gonna have it on this side on the horizontal, then on 2 verticals, front and back. And then part number 20, which is on board number 22, board number 1, top right corner. That one with the little tab facing away from you. That's going to go right in the center hole on the left hand side. Just like this. Now put it aside. Step number 7, we're going to need to build now 4 of the similar project, but slightly different. Let's see, this image is not correct on the top, on the bottom. On the top is correct though. So now the windows are on the bottom. We need parts number 21. So same thing. Now it's 4, so we need part number 21, which is on board number 2 on the bottom right. We need 4 of them. Bottom right and one center. I mean two on the bottom right, one at the center, one on the left. Let's see, 18. Now it's going to be 8 18s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Flying around. 4 of number 19. There's one spare, so I'll put it aside, don't throw it out. We might need it or might not. And then part number 20 again. Part number 20, there's same bottom left on board number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's similar. Little thin tab on the left hand side. 18 is going to go on the bottom there with the non-split tab towards the window. Then we're going to do one at a time. On the left, from the back. On the left, from the back. And one more on the left, from the back. The rest, just the first part number 18, just to make sure we get it correct. Everything else should be nice and easy. Once again, with the step towards the window. And let's see, where's my pen? I'm gonna mark this. Just that it's relay back to the manufacturer, that we need to make sure it's fixed for the future revisions or prints. And now we insert part number 20, the windows, onto 19, and then press it onto the 18s. Once again, make sure that little lines that are facing towards the top, towards you, so it's nice, pretty design. And I need to concentrate to make sure I don't make any more mistakes. All right, so and that's step number 8. We're gonna insert all these all around, and then same thing as you go. It's gonna, the little thin tab's gonna be on the left hand side as you insert these. Alrighty, and then we lock it up with part number 23. That one's on board number 3, top left corner. Part number 29 is within it. Let's see, and that's, is there directionality? Probably, but it doesn't say anything, so these are at the 4 corners. They're right at the center, so the only directionality is these little thinner portions are going to be on the clockwise side. So kind of like thick, thin, and so on, going in the clockwise direction. So just, that's the only thing. And that's part number 23. So we need to bend these a little bit in and go all around, connecting these little tabs. I'm gonna bend it over a little bit just to make sure that I can see where to put the tabs in, and just insert it all around, and then we're good to go. That was step number 9. Step number 10, we need parts number 24, 4 of them, and those are on board number 2. Board number 2. Where's my 2? Got 3, 2. They're on the left hand side here, a little below the middle. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they're gonna go through part that's board number 3, part number 25 and 26. 25 is the top right corner, need to take out, and then 26 bottom, top left, not bottom. Once again, take out the middle pieces from there. 24 is going to go into these little 4 holes, and they should be going into the normal direction to the center. All around, and then we put part number 25 over them. So 25 needs to slide over these little parts on the thicker portion of it, and then we lock it up with part number 26. Once again, there is no directionality on this one, so it's good. Okay, and that's our subassembly A. Moving on to the page number 11. Gonna put that one on the side for a split second until step number 2. We need parts number 27, 2 of them, and part number 28 and 29. So let's see, 29, we got it in one of the pieces. It was a number with a number 23. 28 looks like it's gonna be on board number 3, top right here. And 27s are on the board number 2, bottom left. Now this one's got an exclamation point, so we have a directionality. There's one hole that should be on the left hand side as you insert the parts from the front. So the tabs on 27 is going to go towards the top. And then 29 with the tabs towards you, it's going to go over these little top tabs of port number 27. Now that little sub-assembly is going to go onto our doors. So these little cutouts, they're going to go into these these cutouts into these cutouts. And we just need to slide it in and lock it in place, and make sure you push the wires through the doors or through that opening, not to pinch them or anything like that. And we're just going to press it from the front all the way in, just to make sure it locks nice and clean. And this is almost flush. All right, sitting all the way in. Now we need to reconnect our connection board. I guess take out the light for now. We have our connection board, and let's see, board number 30 in step number 3. That one's gonna be within this little board. We just need 2 of them. So we feed the wires from the battery pack through this parts number 30. 2 of them. And then we connect. On the side where the little connection for the USB-C, and then black is on the outside, and then red is on the inside. All right, and these guys are kind of fell inside. Step number 4. We need to assemble part number 31. That's on board number 33, sorry. That's the large part, but below the middle on board number 3. Then we need parts number 31, 2 of them. They're at the top left of board number 2, 2 of them. And part number 32, the 32 were on a little piece that we took out from part number 25, within the part number 25. So we need just 2 of those. And then from the back, so this is the front where you see the outline of the window. From the back, we go with the curtains facing outward. It's going to go through the center of the part number 32, and then part number 32 from the back, it gets attached to part number 33, so the curtains are moving a little bit. Same thing on the other side. And there's a hole right above the middle window, so a little movement on these. And let's see, for the light, same thing, we need to push the wires through part number 30. Whether you want to do it one at a time or both of them at the same time, doesn't matter, as long as we go through. Going to be a little tight. All right, we made it through one. Now we're going to go through the other one. And then it goes, let's see, make sure there's no loops. Nice and straight. And then same thing, the red is on the inside, black is on the outside. We're going to connect the other two to the other connector. Light still works, so we're good. All right, so that's we're gonna put it on this side and then connect the little sub-assembly from step number 4 on the outside of this little square on the right hand side. Now make sure it snaps all the way in, and there's an opening for the switch and for the USB port, so we need to push the switch through, kind of set it down, and I guess that's it for this step number. No, and put number 34 to lock it in. Part number 34 is going to be on this little part that we took out from 26, and that one's going to go lock in the board in. somewhat towards the two holes there on the side. Kind of keeping it together. Let's see, light is still working, so we're good. This one's completely in, all the parts are in. All right, moving on to and I don't see where part number 30 will be connecting to at this moment, but it just shows that it needs to float around, I guess. All right, page number 12. I'm gonna put it on the side for now. Step number 7, we need part number 35, which is on board number 3. A little below the middle on the left-hand side. And then same thing we do with the curtains. We need 3 31s, top left of board number 2, and then 3 of 32s. 1, 2, 3. They're gonna go from the back, similar fashion, above the hole, into the hole above each window. And that's gonna go on a side. All right, so with 1 or 2, 1. All right, so let's see, we're gonna turn it around. Step number 8, one of the little parts, that 30, it's gonna go into this hole right here. Once again, make sure that's the wires are good. They're not sticking out too much. That one's gonna go into that hole on the right hand side as you're looking from the front, and it's gonna go from the back, just snap into it. Get all the wires inside, make sure they're internal, and then put that part into the corresponding holes. On the, let's see, I'm looking from the back, I guess it's the back of the building, so that's our back panel. Make sure you don't pinch any wires, and then you're all good to go. And then this little part number 31 needs to go into the hole that is on the connection wall to the building connection wall. So make sure you pull all the wires so they're not loose on inside there. Push this 30 piece and lock it in. So the wire's nice and snug inside on that, holding onto parts number 30. All right, step number 9. We got parts number 36, 37, 38, and 39. They're on board number 2. Let's see, 37s are this little part here. 37 and 38. 38 is going to go on the left, 37 on the right. Part number 36, which is a little bit to the left of the center line below the middle. Part number 39 is to the left of that part. And let's see, so I'm going to turn the 39 around with the little door outline towards the back, away from you. Part 39 is going to go, 36 is going to go over these two holes. And then 38 is going to go through the hole on the left with the tab towards the center of the door. And part number 37 is going to go on the right hand side. Once you line up, it should go in. There you go. And let's see, and then step number 10, we need part number 41, which is on the bottom left of board number 3. And we need 2 part number 40s. 40s are, let's see where they at. They're probably board number 2 on the right hand side here. There's 2 of them, a little below the middle, and then they're gonna go onto the door, onto these little tabs of part number 36, and then let's see, the windows facing away from you, they're gonna go on the left and right hand side of, I guess we can insert it first. Left and right. I mean, bottom and top, sorry. Just like this. So the door is nice and easy to operate. And then we need, oh, there was, I guess, a rubber band in there. In one of the bags. That's why you don't throw anything out until you're done with the assembly. So on that rubber band, it's gonna go over the top of the door, little hinge. That piece number 38 that is sticking out, and then the bottom hinge. So that door, we're gonna close, work it in a little bit. It's gonna go try to close on its own once you open it. So you might want to give it a little bit more slack for proper operation. And then 2 more window shades or curtains, part number 31 on board number 2, and then part number 32 within this little circle here. Spare. These go over the windows from the back. And that's our B1. Moving on to page number 13. And that one's gonna get installed on the other side on the opening. So there's going to be front of the building, lock it all the way in, make sure the light is not pinched, and that's our B2. All right, let's see, now we're building roof of that building. Step number 1 in the top right corner of page number 13, we need parts number 42, 43, 2 of them, and 2 44s. Let's see, there should be on board number 2, 244s bottom left here. 44, 43 is right below it, 2 of them. Part number 42 is going to be on the bottom right. And then 43, where's 43? We need 42. Oh, we got 43. All right, never mind. So 42 is going to go right in the center. 43 is going to go these little tabs at the top on the right and left hand side. Then 44 is going to go with the tab up into these little slots of part number 43. rectangular piece here. Step number 2, we need to put parts number 45 on the right and left hand side of that. Part number 45 is on the board number 1, top right corner. And then let's see, there's a little hole on one of the sides. Make sure that both parts number 45 are facing same direction. And then the flat portion is towards the bottom. And then once you insert these guys, part number 46 gonna go across, and then 46 is on board number 3 right at the center line here. With the little openings locking in the two parts. Front and back, just like this, kind of like crisscross. Step number 4, need part number 47, board number 3 on the bottom there, bottom right. 40 and 2 48s. 48s is going to be on board number 1 at the top left here, center and left. And then 47 is going to go over this little chimney. That's what it is. Onto the tabs a little bit diagonally, and then 248 is going to go over the top of the chimney, and locking it in. And then part number 49 is going to go on the opposite end. This little sub-assembly, that's bottom right of board number 3, with the triangle point towards the center. 1 and 2. And then 50 is going to go on the other two sides, triangle towards the center. You will not be able to put it any other way, so. One and 2. All right, and that's our B3 little roof. Moving on to the page number 14. All right, so we need to feed the light back into the opening there, and there's an opening in the center of the lighthouse, I guess, or light piece, and then feed it in just to make sure it's sticking out from the center. Sorry, that was on the side. So feed it in through the large hole here, and there's a smaller hole at the top of the tower. Feed it in into the tower, make sure the light is sticking out, and then we need to move these a little bit to the side, kind of like opening it up a little bit, and then insert B3 with the chimney towards the outside. So we insert it in first on the left with these two little tabs into the two holes there. And let's see. Make sure you get the holes lined up. Here we go. Lock it in first, and then split these open a little bit on the sides. Bring it down. Line up the holes. I'm going to do the sides first, left and right, and then the back. Snap all 4 of these onto all 8 holes, I guess. And then step number 2, we'll need part number 52 and 51. They're on, let's see, board number 4. 51 is on the left, the top right on the left of 52. Careful, these are fragile parts, so you might want to use a little hobby knife to get these out. So 51 is gonna go on, let's see where they at. On the back. So with the house on the right hand side, it's gonna go into little hole on the left, so L is pushing towards the center here, and 52 is on the other side. That's closer to you or me. That's gonna go on this end. Then parts number 53, 55, and 53, 54, and 55, they're also on board number 4. 53 is going to be on a upside down, I guess. So these are best way. You find the little connection points. Then you snap these out by applying pressure with your hobby knife. And then once you do few, the part should pop out. It'll help you to get it out for sure. And one more. Let's see, port number 53. Here you go. Much easier to get it out now. I think I need one more at the center here. Connection point. Here you go. So 53 is going to go on the back the way it is facing. There are four holes. Make sure the lines are towards the outside. 55, 54, let's see, 54 is on the front. Same thing, just make sure you get all these connection points, not to break the part. It is pretty fragile. Thin. I guess they really didn't want that part to fall out. That's so many connection points. So 55, 50, that's 54 is going to go towards the front. And then 55, that's the one, just a little trident. That one's going to go on the right hand side in my case. Like this, make sure once again the little lines are facing towards the outside for the design purposes. All right, so these three are on, and then part number 56 on board number 4 on the bottom. Board number 4, I have it upside down. We're still recording, which is good. Part number 56 on the bottom left. You can pull it out with a centerpiece. No, you can't. You might have to cut it out too. We'll see. No, that one's easier because it's a little bit thicker, so easier to separate. All right, and then 57 and 58, they're on board number 3, top right here. 57 and 58. All right, so 58, let's see, we're gonna go, it's gonna go with this opening towards the left hand side. 58 is gonna go on the bottom away from you on this top left hole, so the lines are facing outwards. And then 57 is gonna go on the closer end to you. And then this is going to go over that whole sub-assembly. Over the roof, there's 2 tabs at the front there. And then make sure you match all the tabs and then lock these parts in. snapping it all around. Nice little house. Step number 5. We need parts number 59, 4 of them. They're on board number 3 on the bottom right here. And they're gonna go with the, let's see, the longer tabs towards the top. They're gonna go onto the tower, into the 6, 9. Once again, make sure you don't pinch the light. 6, 9, 12 o'clock, and 3 o'clock positions. Alright, then step number 6, we need parts number 60 bottom right of board number 3. Same thing with the longer tabs towards the top. They're going to go into the other 4 positions, which would be about 4:30, I guess, 7:30 or so. Once again, longer tabs towards the top. I'm going to go all the other 4 openings. Moving on to the page number 15, need part number 61, and there's going to be 16 of them all around this little part. Let's see, they're on board number 4, top left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then with the little bricks towards the outside, they're gonna go flat ends towards each other into the holes in between the window and the wall. So kind of giving it a nice little shape here. And once again, this is the way it goes, flat portion towards each other, and they're gonna go in between window and the wall on each single hole here. If you want to do it one by one, or if you want to do multiple at a time, whichever way it is easier. Rotating, I'm just holding it off so you guys can see what I'm doing. Holding it sideways. And a few more. All right, one more. After that, we're done with step number 7. And moving into the step number 8, we need to put part number 62. There are 4 of them. Also on board number 4, bottom right. Locking all these guys in. And that's gonna go, let's see, they're gonna go on the not top, bottom, left, right. They're gonna go like on the diagonal pieces, right? So I'll do insert them through the center pieces first, through the windows, and because those are longer, so it's easier. And then you adjust the little parts number 61 to make sure that they fit into the holes, and then you push that piece number 62 all the way down to make sure it sits nice and tight. Once again, make sure the wires are not pinched and they're still at the center. We're gonna do 2 towards the center, the tabs towards the center, then you line up the little tabs of part number 61 lock it in and push it all the way down until there is no spacing in between. And we're gonna go all around until we get, so this is gonna connect the wall and the window, and plus those parts number 61, locking them all in place, nice and tight, keeping the whole assembly together all around. One more. Push it in, all the way in, and we're good to go. That's a B4. Let's see, step number 1 on the top right of board number, page number 15. We need part number 64, board number 4, a little below the middle on the left hand side. And we need parts number 63, which are on, let's see, 63. Part number 63, they're on the bottom left of board number 3. There are 4 of them, 1 spare. And push out the 63s with the helping tool. Once it's out, let's see, with the little thin tabs, they're gonna go across on the 3 openings around with the little L towards the center. One, 2, and 3. Then we lock these up in the step number 2. We lock it up with part number 65. And 65 is in the bottom right of board number 3. Same thing, I'm gonna need a helping tool to get this out. And then we're gonna lock it up from the outside, from the sides. Let's see, and we're gonna go whichever way. Going in the counterclockwise direction. All right, and then we need to insert in step number 3. This opening is towards the left-hand side, towards the outside. We're gonna need to insert the light, and then just slightly, and then push it sideways, because there's 2 wires. We're gonna push it into the slot. 1 wire at a time. Needs to sit flat on here, but there's shrink wrap there. So it's all the way to the edge of the light, and that should lock it. Make sure it works still. We're all good. And then let's see, we push it towards the center. This is on the left hand side. This little opening is going to be on the left. Feed the wires in. Make sure they're not on the way and you don't pinch them. Maybe like feed them lower so they're not really visible through the top windows. And then we lock the top portion, part number 64, on the top tabs all around. Make sure you press it nice and tight. That's step number 4 of 3. And then step number 4 on the right hand side, on the bottom right of page number 15, we need part number 66, which is on board number 4, top left. We're gonna need 4 of them. Using my helping tool to get these out. Make sure we're recording, we're good. All right, and then 2 67s, and 67s is bottom left of board number 4. And then we need to insert with the 2 little tabs, kind of like on inside, and lock it in from this from inside of these little circles. All the way in. Make sure they're all facing the same direction, and the tapers towards the top or towards the same one side. I'm going to use a helping tool a little bit here to hold this, to apply the pressure. Let's see which way is easier. Bottom's good, top. That's probably the toughest sub-assembly here that we had so far. We should have done maybe top first. Let's see, I'm gonna do the top first. Make sure it's all 4 of them are seated properly. Lock it up with part number 68 and possibly insert the bottom piece later on. Let's see, 68 is on bottom left, a little bit to the left of the center line. So I'm gonna lock these 3 pieces in. Make sure they're not movable. And now I can bring the bottom circle in. Just need to line up the tabs. It is funny. But I guess it is what it is. All right, now we got this. I think I do. See, this one's in. This one's in. This one's in. All right, one more. Line it up. The last part gives me a little trouble. All right, I think all 4 of them are in. Ooh. And that's gonna go right in the center here, 4 holes. On step number 7 on page number 16, so. And if they're not completely in, it's going to be a little bit harder to insert it. Into the opening. I'm lining up the little tabs. There you go. All right. Number 69 and 70. So as the tower is on the left hand side, we need part number 69. That's on board number 5. No, that's, yeah, bottom right. And that one's gonna go on the front here. 69 is gonna go into 2 holes, or 3 holes, I guess, at the front. So with the doors facing towards you. And then part number 70, they're also on board number 5. We need 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 spare. So this one I'm gonna need little helping tools, or maybe, yeah, helping tools is fine. Don't need to break out anything. Just need to wiggle it out. There is 1 spare just in case. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then these 70s gonna go all around into the sets of 3 holes. 2, 3, 4. It's actually octagonal. I was saying hexa. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's octagon. It's not hexagon, as I mentioned in the beginning. So I apologize. Please do not. Well, I guess you can comment, and then we can see who actually listens to what I was saying. Anyway, that's done with the B5. Now step number 1 on the top right. We need part number 74, which is on board number 4, a little below the middle on the right hand side. We need part number 72, 73, and 71. Let's see, 71 is bottom left here on the same board, 4. And then 72, 73, my assumption should be also somewhere here, but it is top left here. There's some spares. So 72 is gonna go at the top of the stair. thinner portion in, and then the thicker portion is going to go into part number 74. And then 73, same thing. They're going to go on the bottom. Just a little ladder. Now with the little 3 lines towards the top on the part number 72, we're going to insert the ladder from the front or back. And then step number 2, need part number 75 on board number 4, bottom right. That's gonna go, let's see, there's a little notch. That notch is towards you, and then 74 is gonna go in the back. And then carefully wrap it around and snap it onto the sides. You do have a spare one of those, so that's good. Then we need part number 76. That's going to be at the top left of board number 4. Anyone. And that one's going to go in the front hole. And then we need 4 more. So let's see. Sometimes it's worth looking into the front or further into the instructions, you know, to see how many more we need to push them all out right away, maybe. All 4 more, and then they're going to go in the corresponding holes all around. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then part number 77, bottom left of board number 4, that's going to lock it up. So the empty space going to go towards the part number 74. And I'm going to do that one first. Line up the holes. And snap one at a time. I'm using my helping tool to line them up. It helps tremendously. And once everything is snapped, that finishes up step number 5 on page number 16. Moving on to the page number 17, and step number 6, we need part number 78. 78s are on board number 4, top left corner here, and we need 10 of them. So they're all 10 are on that part. Using my helping tool to push these out. Maybe not. Maybe fingers are easier. Snapping the part together. I mean, separating the parts while snapping the little folder. Careful in that kind of scenario not to get yourself a little wood under skin. All right, and the way these go, there's a little slanted portion, angled, so that one's gonna go towards the outside and top. And then we insert these all around into the 10 holes towards the center of the top portion. Flat piece towards inside, and then slanted portion towards the top. And then part number 79 goes over the top. That's on board number 5, top right. And so we also need 10 of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And they're gonna go into with the top hole into that little part number 10. I mean 78, sorry. which we had 10 of. Just go all around. And the last piece. All right, that's our roof. And now we can put it over the little portion there. Now let's see, the windows are towards you. There's an they go over these little tab, and you rotate about 25 degrees to lock it in. Yeah, so the window is going to be facing towards the left hand side, just like this. The ladder is going to be straight across from the chimney, so this locks it in. And then page number 18, almost done with our assembly. Step number 1, we just need to do some finishing touches. And we'll start with part number 84. We need to insert it to connect all these roof pieces. They're on board number 5, bottom left. That's the long piece. We need 10 of those. So let's get these out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I can break it off and get these out that way. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And there's one spare. That one we can put on the side until the full assembly is done. And then let's see, they're gonna go onto the outside. I'm not connecting, just on the outside of these little pieces. Sorry if you guys can't see it. Kind of hard to show it on camera, so let's see. Maybe this way. I'm just going around and attaching those to every single roof piece that there is. That's why it's easier to do it under the angle. Holding the top of it so you don't snap out like I did. Just like this. Hopefully you can see it. It's visible on the screen. And we're done with these guys. Now we need to the top, part number 82. It's board number 4. 82. We need 2 of them. Top right, 83 is in the bottom left. 83, 80 is going to be bottom right. let's see, 80 and then 81 as a top right, two of them. So let's see, the 81 is gonna go into the top holes there. One is bottom and right. Make sure it's facing the round off piece, facing the same direction. And then we're gonna put 82 over the stem, and that should go all the way to that top. That's where the only time that we're gonna use the little stick and maybe sandpaper is just to make sure that we can get that 82 all the way in. 83 and then 82 again. And then I would put a little bit of a wax on this little tab as you insert it, and let's see, theoretically it should go you need to see there is a center piece there, a little hole. Make sure you line up your with the opening, your stem with the opening, and then it should lock right in. And then the last part that is left is we need to make a little stairs. So 2 parts 85. They're on board number 5. Fragile pieces, so there's 2 spares just in case. Parts number 86 right next to it. On board number 5. And then let's see, the 86, 87 is going to go towards the top, locking it in, and then 86 into the other 3 holes. 1, 2, and 3. The other 85 is going to be on the other side. Line up all these holes. And snap it together. And then I would put also a little bit of wax on these little tabs to insert them into the side of the building. I'm gonna do one side first and then snap the other side in. All good, and we're done. The batteries are already there. You can use either batteries or USB charger. USB cable is not provided, nor are the batteries that I already installed before. And then you turn on the light and now it's nice and operational. So that completes the assembly of Split Rock Lighthouse. If there are any questions, do not hesitate to leave a comment below. Send us email to info@ugears.us or info@ukidstoys.com. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, pass on, share the video, just to give us a little bit more subscribers, and let people know that we're here with assembling Ugears models and maybe some other models in the future. We'll see how the channel is going to go. Once again, any questions, send us email or leave the comment below. This was Dimitri with Ukids LLC, Ugears US, and ukidstoys.com. So that's UGEARS.US and UKIDZTOYS.com. We'll see you guys next time with the next assembly. This was Ugears Split Rock Lighthouse, and obviously you can get it in one of or the other of our website. See you later.